Good evening. And now, our hosts for tonight, our Fine Arts Director, Kurt Stroman, and our Director of Student Ministries, April Kaufman.
Hello, welcome to Home for the Holidays, our live stream event fundraiser for Global Hope. Kurt, it's live. Don't screw this up. We can't laugh. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, tonight you're gonna be hearing from various groups from our Performing Arts Department, which is chaired by Kurt Stroman. We're gonna listen to various staff members share their memories, their recipes, and lots of their traditions for Christmas. And we're also gonna even be hearing from Randy Jessen, our former pastor and executive director of Global Hope. He's going to be talking to us tonight and letting us know how they create homes for vulnerable children in Romania, Kenya, and India.
We'll be hearing from the founder, Randy Jessen, and finding out ways in which we tonight can be a part of making homes for children who need them the most.
And throughout the night, you're going to have various opportunities to give. So go grab something to write with. We're just going to wait. No, really, go grab something to write with. I'm going to give you phone numbers and different ways that you can give online. So you're going to want to write this information down. Why aren't you moving? Get up. Go. Go. All right. Okay, so different ways that you can give tonight. At the bottom of your screen right now should be a QR code. If you have a telephone that has a QR reader, you should be able to scan that and it'll take you right to a page to help you donate for Global Hope. Another way that you can give is going to our website, parkerumc.org/give. Under the giving statements, the first thing that you should see is Global Hope, and you can give directly that way online. Another way that you can give, I'm serious, there are people upstairs in the office right now ready to take your phone call pledge. So you can call our number, write this down, 303-841-3979. That was 303-841-3979. Or you can even text a pledge to this phone number. So write text and this phone number, 303-905-7832. Let's help make this Christmas season where we are generous with what God has given to us and help those who need to see God's great big love.
Also, throughout the night, you're going to have chances to let us know that you are with us and share some of your very own Christmas stories. So make sure to have your computers and keyboards ready and make comments in our comment section during this event. Right now, leave us a comment and let us know that you are with us and where you might be joining us from. We would love to hear from you. You can comment on our YouTube chat or text 303-905-7832 and let us know that you are with us.
All right, so grab your hot cocoa, turn the lights on your Christmas tree, and let's settle on in and celebrate this beautiful season as we come together now, home for the holidays.
First up, we're going to hear from our Christmas choir as they share with us one of our favorite Christmas songs, O Little Town of Bethlehem.
See
one of my very, very favorite Christmas songs. And it's great to see so many faces of our friends that are singing that with us tonight.
I agree. There's something about Christmas music that just brings back memories and joy. Kurt, you know that half of my family is crazy about.
I do know that, yes.
They love to play Christmas music way too much, way too early, but they do. So they just love it. So Kurt, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Gosh, that's tough. I love lots and lots of Christmas songs, but I think probably one that I love most is one that's not very popular. It's called "Lo, How a Rose Ere Blooming." It's kind of a Renaissance piece. What about you?
Oh, I love that song. I do love Karen Carpenter. She was my dad's favorite. When she starts singing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," it's like, it just warms my heart. It's like the whole room goes warm, and it's just, I can smell almost like pie in the air, and it's like, if you're a Frozen fan, it's like Olaf says, it's like a warm hug.
Her voice is absolutely perfect for that song. You know, folks, we would love to hear what your favorite hymns are. So this is a great time to write in our comment section about what your favorite hymn is.
Or you can also text your favorite hymn to 303-905-7832 if you'd like to tell us that way. Give us your name if you are pledging and or telling us your favorite hymn. All right, let's do a quick check-in with Cody to see where we are with our giving so far.
Thanks, April. Yes, this is such an exciting night. Tonight we are trying to raise $20,000 for Global Hope, and we need your help to do that. So please find one of those ways to be able to pledge or give tonight. I want to say a special hello to Scott from Broomfield, Marcia from Parker, and we also have Ryan, Trisha, and Tyler who are tuning in. So let us know that you are here with us tonight. It is so good to have you here as we begin this journey together. And right now, guys, we have a donor who has a pledge of $1,000. If we can match that gift of $1,000 in the next 10 minutes, this is a matching gift, and so we need your help to be able to raise $2,000 right here in the next 10 minutes. So make sure you get on, call, text, or pledge right now. All of those different ways, we really need your help, so let's get that $1,000.
Yes, let's not miss out on that opportunity. $1,000 matching gift. If we can get $1,000, folks, in the next 10 minutes, we have a person that's going to match that amount. That is amazing. Tonight, we're trying to raise $20,000 for this amazing organization, Global Hope. And as you give or pledge, let's hear about another one of those great Christmas songs sung by our amazing a cappella group, For His Praise.
It came upon a midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious scheme. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. For lo, the days are hastening on, by prophets seen of old, when with the ever-circling years shall come the time foretold, when peace shall over all the earth its ancient splendor swing, and the whole world send back the song which now the angels sing.
Those guys are awesome, and awesome people too. You've all been writing in and telling us about some of your favorite hymns. Julie Kronbach, it sounds like you love one of the hymns that I love, Lo, How a Rose Ere Blooming, so thank you for getting that out to us tonight, Julie, and it's great to hear from you. I hope you guys are doing well. we'll need to make sure to have a way to share these comments with April and Kurt so that they can share live. So please make sure that you guys, if you text us, let us know who you are so we can recognize you tonight. That's a lot of fun.
That's so awesome. That will be great. Christmas music is just one of my favorite parts about Christmas, even though it's half of my family's favorite part. But do you know the best part of Christmas, Kurt?
Coming from you, I'm not sure I do know, but it might be the Christmas lights.
Nope. Try again.
Food.
Nope.
Maybe getting together with your family.
Kurt, come on. Seriously, everybody knows the best part about Christmas are the presents. Duh. Of course, I work with teenagers. I wonder, oh, sorry, skip that part. Let's now hear from Pastor Cody, who's going to tell us about one of her favorite Christmas presents that she has ever received.
When I was a child, about 8 or 10 years old, I desperately wanted a Cabbage Patch doll for Christmas. It was the one gift that I wanted more than anything in the world. Now, if you remember, Cabbage Patch dolls were really, really hard to find, and my parents looked everywhere along with the help of our family, and they couldn't find a Cabbage Patch doll for me. So on Christmas Day morning, when I woke up and saw all the presents under the tree at the farm, I was at my grandma and grandpa's house celebrating Christmas. I was so excited as I began to rip into those presents. And there was no actual Cabbage Patch doll for me, but one of the presents I did open was this. And I was so disappointed. You see, my grandma knew that there would be no Cabbage Patch doll for me under the tree, and so she had been working hard in order to sew for me and make me a Cabbage Patch doll. And when I opened it, I was devastated. Probably about 6 months later, I got an actual Cabbage Patch doll. I have them both now. I'm sure that when I got this doll, it was the best thing ever. I was so excited. But now, years later, the gift that I treasure the most is this one right here. See, this gift is the one that reminds me of the love of my grandmother, but also reminds me of the love of God. The way in which we are given gifts out of a place of sacrifice and love. Sometimes we don't even recognize that beauty of that gift until years later. And so I look at this doll and I remember my grandmother and the way in which she loved me. It is truly a treasured gift, so much so that on my Christmas tree, I have a Christmas ornament of a Cabbage Patch doll that reminds me of that lesson that I learned about the true beauty of a gift of love. This Christmas season, we have an opportunity to be able to love people in beautiful ways, to be able to give them gifts of love. And so I pray that you're able to do that, to find places where you can give gifts of love that show not only your love for them, but also that love that God has for them as well. Global Hope is a great way to do that, to be able to share a gift for children all around the world who desperately need to know of God's love. I pray this year you will find those gifts under your tree that bring you joy and happiness, but also remind you that you are a beloved child of God.
What a wonderful story. I know that there have been so many fabulous gifts that I've received over the years. So what about you? Have you received some great gifts that you'd like to share with us? Put it in the comments and we'd love to share those online. Kurt, what about you? Do you have a favorite story about a gift?
Well, I do have a favorite story, but it's kind of a strange story. So I had a gift that I found underneath my bed when I was a kid. And I don't know why my mom hid a gift underneath my bed, but apparently she thought I wouldn't look there. And so I don't know if I was cleaning or what I was doing. Probably not cleaning.
Probably not.
But I found the gift underneath the bed, and I made the mistake of telling my cousin Ron that I was getting an air hockey table for Christmas. And Ron proceeded to tell his mom, my aunt, about the air hockey table. And my aunt told my mom, and as it turns out, guess what I didn't get at Christmas? I was waiting and I was waiting and I was waiting, and the gift was never there. And my mom said, "Are you looking for something special?"
Oops.
And she said, "Maybe an air hockey table?" And
Busted.
I don't know how it all came down after that, but I didn't get it. So it was kind of a sad story, but nonetheless, very memorable. What about you?
Oh, speaking of the gift you didn't get, if my parents are watching, my mom's going to say, let it go. But when I was young, I was getting pretty wise. I was probably 4 or 5. And I was looking around, we're decorating. Here's my dad's stocking, my mom's stocking, my sister's stocking, and my stocking. Okay, it was probably like that. But I had the smallest stocking. So I wised up and I went to see Santa Claus. And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, of course, I want a bigger stocking because I'm getting gypped, right? I'm not getting as much as everybody else. I need a bigger stocking. So Christmas morning, I come running downstairs like every kid, and I'm like, woo! And because I'm small, all I see is the hearth. And on the hearth was my stocking laying flat with nothing in it, nothing. And I was like, you know, the time lapse was probably like that fast. But here's what I did. It was like the Santa Claus, the one and only who travels across the world, who gives stuff to everybody, skipped me. And so like in this long, I went, blah! And I'm like all over the floor, screaming and crying and rolling around. I was a little dramatic. I don't know where. Anyway, so I was screaming and crying, and my mom's like, April, look up here. Because my new stocking, of course, was hanging with stuff in it. So that's the story of gifts I thought I didn't get, but I really did. Okay, enough of that business. We're going to check in with Cody now to see how we're all doing with Global Hope and how much we've raised so far.
Thanks, April. Yes, amazing things are happening here. We have had people calling in, giving pledges. Debbie, Barthel, thank you. Robert Scholas, thank you. Donna Taylor, thank you. Thank you so much for the ways in which you're giving. In fact, we reached our goal of that $1,000, my friends. $1,000 matching gift, so we now have $2,000 for Global Hope, but we're not done yet because we want to raise $20,000. So make sure to get those pledges in, give online, text your pledge. You can give on the QR code, but please help us to raise the $20,000. Oh, and April and Kurt, I have some more exciting news. We have 2 pledges of $500 if we can match it. That's another $1,000 matching gift from 2 donors if we can match that in the next 10 minutes. Let's see if we can, again, double our giving.
That's awesome. You know, giving gifts is definitely an enjoyable part of Christmas, but I think the best part of Christmas is giving presents. I love to see the joy of the faces of the people that we give our gifts to. I just love that.
Absolutely. Tonight, we are given the incredible opportunity to really, truly bless some people's lives by giving. Let's hear a little bit more about Global Hope from the founder and executive director, Randy Jessen, as he shares more about this incredible organization.
Hello, my name is Randy Jessen. I am delighted to be a part of your Home for the Holidays experience as we have a chance to be able to share together. It's good to see you. I wish we could all be together. I wish we could all be in the same spot. I'm here at our congregation in Genoa, where I serve, a small hometown kind of congregation, very different than the Parker Church. But whether it's a small congregation or whether it's a large, expansive congregation, these COVID experiences have put kind of a squash on some of our Christmas celebrations. So I'm delighted that I had the invitation from Barb and Cody to be a part of your Home for the Holidays experience here by video. You know, we are sharing together about the season of Christmas and how we can reach out to be able to make a difference in the lives of people around us. And I particularly am blessed to be able to tell you a bit about Global Hope. So Stu and I founded Global Hope way back in 1996 when we started investing with our family in the experience in Romania, where there was this abundance, this incredible abundance of children who had been abandoned and orphaned because of a really diabolical communist government system. It had gotten worse over the years, and by the time the communist government in Romania fell and Christmas of 1989, there was this huge group of children who were housed in horrendous conditions. You remember seeing some of those dynamics. And over the years, we had a chance to be kind of drawn into that. Started in 1991, and then another exploration in 1993. It all had to do with our family and gathering Anna into our group and things of that sort. But by the time 1996 came rolling around, we were leading a mission team into Romania in the summer of that year. And that group of people experienced the devastation of the orphanage system, where we walked into an orphanage with almost 260 infants, all bundled up and wrapped up and laid out on little shelves. No crying was heard because they had learned long ago that crying didn't resolve any kind of problem. It was devastation from the very beginning, and we decided as a group that we could do something about that. And so we launched the organization, and we founded the nonprofit and began to work in Romania, first by just investing in those kids, those infants that were there in that orphanage. Before long, we developed a relationship with the church in the area, and a lot of good things began to happen. We had a chance to be able to buy a piece of property that we converted into a children's home, and we called it the House of Hope. And then we built Anna's house in 2000, and then the expansion began to grow. So we had the House of Hope, we had Anna's house, we had Stephen's house, we had a foster care system. Today, Anna's house and that foster care system continues, and we're really, really blessed to have that opportunity to be able to continue working all these years with our Romanian kids. But then in 2008, things began to change a little bit, and Global Hope began to expand, and we expanded into Kenya. In the process of working into Kenya, we developed a relationship with an organization called Hope for Orphans and Education Center. So it was a great place, a ministry that was reaching out to children who were devastated by extreme poverty and who mostly were HIV positive. Many of their parents had died from HIV and AIDS, and Christine, our director there, began to gather up these kids, and we had a chance to be able to partner with her to be able to make a difference in the lives of those kids. I want to tell you something more about those kids at Horak in just a minute. Then we began to expand again there in Kenya in 2012 when we developed a relationship with a group of folks who were serving children in the same region in the slums outside of Nairobi called Spring Valley. And Spring Valley is mostly an education center and a rescue center and a place where almost over 300 children are a part of that Spring Valley network. And Global Hope began to expand again, now developing a relationship with the Catherine E. Larson Children's Home in India, just outside of Hyderabad, and we had a chance to be able to become a part of that particular ministry, and then to establish new children's homes through the John Foundation, and we had a chance to be able to cluster kids together. I remember walking into the Prima Girls Home, 10 little girls, all of whom had been rescued from the commercial sex trade. Can you imagine that? Girls from 6 to about 12 who were rescued, brought out of the commercial sex trade and living together, and they were the most joyful group of girls that you would ever imagine. So over the years, Global Hope now has grown to almost 500 children in our Global Hope family under our umbrella. We expanded again in Romania just a couple of years ago in the center part in the city of Sibiu, where we now have a group home for a group of kids who are there as well. It's been a great journey and a great reminder of how God works through faithful people coming together. It's been a great joy. Many of you at the Parker Church are a part of our network through our sponsorship. We call you godparents. You know that we love our godparents. Godparents want the best for their kids. They pray for their kids. They help them out financially. And our godparents through Global Hope provide sponsorship for kids at $39 a month. And I want to tell you again about those kids in Kenya, the kids at Horak. the Hope for Orphans Rescue and Education Center. Those kids mostly are HIV positive, continuing to wrestle every day, and especially during this COVID time, trying to find an adequate supply of appropriate medication so that they can continue to live their lives fully as the children that they were intended to be. We are blessed to invite you to become a sponsor. Many of you already are sponsors, but if you're not yet one of our godparents, we'd love to have you consider becoming a Global Hope godparent. $39 a month. You could go to globalhope.org, our webpage, globalhope.org, and you could check on the sponsorship link. And in the sponsorship link, you'll see a list of kids who are already there, already just waiting for sponsors. You can click on one of those kids, give us your basic information, or you can say, choose a child for me. If you click that button, our director, Nancy Week, is going to be in touch with you, and Nancy's going to help you select just exactly the right kid for you. It would be an incredible Christmas gift. Maybe you sponsor someone in the name of one of your children, of your family, of your Sunday school class, or whatever it might be. But that'd be a great gift, a wonderful way to come home for the holidays. Thank you so much. My appreciation to Barb and Cody for the invitation to be a part of your Home for the Holidays event, but also for making Global Hope a part of your mission outreach. Deepest thanks to your mission team and to everyone involved. God bless you all, and Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Randy. This is an amazing organization, Global Hope. My family has been a part of the Global Hope family in working with them and helping to support them for several years. And you know, April, tonight, we right now are just a little bit under $5,000, $4,900. So it'd be really awesome, folks, if we could kind of move on to that next threshold. So let's see what we can do. You know, folks, what you can do tonight is if you have this link and you have some friends that might be out there that you could share this with, that might help us kind of move things along to get us to the next level. So right now, just a little under $5,000. We've got matching gifts. Let's see what we can do to kind of get to where we need to be.
That's right. Remember that we're here tonight to help support this wonderful mission, Global Hope. No gift is too small, nothing is too large, so just keep that in mind and feel free to use the QR code right down, over here, right right there. So use the QR code if you have that on your phone, and you can donate that way. You can also go to us online at parkerumc.org/give. You can call in your pledge to the church office. Sarah and Noelle are upstairs in the office waiting to hear from you. The number up there is 303-841-3979. You can even pledge by texting to this number. Remember, make sure you give us your name and your pledge amount. It's 303-905-7832. Let's give back to Global Hope in such a huge way. It's such a beautiful time of the year, Christmas time. And think about what you would have given maybe in the offering plate if you had come to Christmas Eve, because we're not doing the offering at Christmas Eve. This is how we're raising that money to give to Global Hope. So there's lots of different ways that you can give.
Thanks, April. So while you're giving tonight, we have another musical selection from our amazing handbell choir directed by Krisha Seeloff. We hope you enjoy it. Joy to the World.
so fun. I love the bell choir. And I know I saw some of my favorite people's faces in there. Well, their eyes anyway. You know, even though my family, half of my family, loves Christmas music, I just want to remind everybody it is just one of the best parts of Christmas.
I would agree. Well, hopefully that gave everybody a little bit of time to make a little bit more of donations. And I think that Cody might have some good news for us. So Cody, why don't you tell us where we're at?
I do. Right now, my friends, we are just over $5,000 of giving. Thank you so much for all of your generous pledges. But there is more work to do, my friends. A lot of empty space here we want to fill up before tonight is over. And we have had 3 calls of matching donations here in the last few minutes. I have 2 300 donations and a 1,500 pledge right now, but if we can match that, they will give an extra 500. So that means we could raise $2,600 here in the next few minutes if you can give. So let's give in a generous way, just like we would on Christmas Eve, to this wonderful organization, thinking about those beautiful children all around the world who are in need of a home this holiday season.
There are some amazing people out there. Thank you so much, everyone, for the gifts that you're giving tonight. We're making a lot of difference in kids' lives with every one of those donations. So there's still time for you to give. Make sure to use the link below or use the QR code or call into the church to make a donation to Global Hope.
Absolutely. Giving is always such an important tradition during this time of year, but it's not the only tradition. We're going to go now to our Director of Children and Family Ministries, Noelle Allison, as she shares one of her family's favorite Christmas traditions.
Hi, welcome back to my home. I just wanted to share one more thing that I just love to get out every year. It's our needlepoint stockings, and each one was made by somebody in our family. Except for this last one, this is a store-bought one. This is Aniston's, and hers isn't finished yet. I'm working on it, and I can't wait to finish it and hang it up with the other ones. And every year I get them out, and I'm so excited, and the kids just love to see their stocking that somebody made for them. And then these stockings will be in their families when they grow up, and it will be something that can last for generations. All right, well, I'm so glad to see you guys, and Merry Christmas.
Fabulous job, Paul. I know so many people who just love to listen to him play and just watch his fingers all over the keys. He's so amazing.
Absolutely. We are really, really blessed here at Parker United Methodist Church to have so many talented people on our staff who share their gifts with us. A little bit later, we're going to get an update on how much we've made, but I just want to say that it's really humbling to see the generosity of the giving that folks are coming through with tonight. So
absolutely. And if you thought you were too late, you can still give. Remember, Sarah and Noelle are upstairs taking pledges over the phone. You can use the QR code. I'm not going to point to it this time. And or you can go online, and it's the first in the drop-down menu. Global Hope will be the first option. So before we get any more updates, we were going to hear from one of our most fabulous staff members. And I'm just going to say, even though it's not in the script, that he has been here almost all the time, every night, recording all these things that you're seeing and things that you see on Sunday mornings, and then he has to put it all together so we can watch all of our online services and events and activities. And so you're about to see, and I want to give a big shout out. Thanks, Jason. But he's so amazing. He's just been working very hard. But so Jason's going to join us right now, and he's going to share one of his favorite holiday recipes.
Hi, I'm Jason Anderson, and one of the things that reminds me of the holiday season and winter in general is my mom's chili, and I'm going to show you how to make that recipe. The first thing we're going to do is brown a pound of hamburger, which is already done, and then we're going to add in 1 white onion and a half of a green pepper. And those we're going to mix in. We're going to let those saute there for about 5 minutes till they're soft. And while that's happening, I want to tell you kind of why this recipe is so special. I grew up in the country in northeastern Colorado and on the plains on a cattle ranch. And so the winter season especially was really meaningful to us because as a kid, that meant snow days, sledding in the pastures. It meant going out with Dad to feed cattle in the morning. And, he'd get up before we did, and the pickup would always be warm. And when you were a little kid, you didn't really have to do much. He'd load the hay in the back, and you got to sit up front in the pickup, and then we got to drive the pickup. He'd put it in low gear and let it drive, and we'd drive as the cows circled around as he fed the hay. And then in the afternoon, we'd all come in and we'd play board games. And we had a big cast iron stove in the center of our living room. And that stove would have our stockings hung behind it on a brick mantle. And that stove is also where we'd warm up water to make tea and hot chocolate. And we'd also put our wet clothes, our coveralls, stocking hats, and gloves. And they'd either warm on the stove or on the brick around the stove. And then, like I said, we'd play board games in the afternoon, have hot chocolate, and then we'd have chili some nights. And so that's why this recipe is special. All right, we're back. The vegetables have softened 5 to 7 minutes, and we're going to add pretty much everything else. We're adding 2 spoonfuls of garlic. We're adding 2 cans of diced tomatoes. We're adding 1 can of tomato sauce. We're adding 2 cans of pinto beans. The funny thing about my mom's recipe is she actually used the dried beans, and she'd soak them in water overnight, and it really gave it a nice flavor, but I just don't have the time or patience to do that. And I don't drain the beans because I like that bean sauce. It kind of makes it a little thicker. And then this blend of spices, which will be at the bottom of the screen. I'm trying to save time here. So put all the spices in, give it a good stir, and then we'll wait about 35 to 40 minutes for it to simmer, and we'll come back and show you the finished product. Welcome back, everybody. Well, it looks like the chili's done. Oh, so nice and warm and thick. Reminds me of home. And speaking of home, that's what Global Hope does for children. It creates homes. So tonight, make sure that you donate. We provided several ways for you to do that throughout the service. Links, QR codes, and different things. Thank you for being part of Home for the Holidays.
Not only is Jason the director of our media, he also cooks. I could almost smell that chili from here. Food is definitely another great part of the holidays. I know for me, it isn't Christmas time without Keith brewing up some hot wassail.
I think for me, being a teacher, you get a lot of treats from students that they bring in. And I have this one family who I've taught their kids for several years, and they bring in this toffee that is just like unbelievable, and fudge. And I actually have to hide it at my house because if I don't hide it, it goes away super, super quick. So that's my favorite.
What about you? Leave us your comments and tell us what your favorite holiday food is and let us know. We'd love to read that on air because we're live.
And as you leave that comment, don't forget that there's still time to give tonight and help us to reach our goal and really bless these kids of Global Hope. Let's check in now. I think Cody is back with an update. So Cody, what do you have for us?
Those stairs are really, really hard to run up and down. That's all I've got for you. No, actually, what I've got for you is we did it, my friends. We were able to raise enough for these matching gifts to count, plus an extra $500 from that $1,500 matching gift. Thank you so much. We are now at $7,565 total right now, but we just had another matching pledge come in, $2,000. This is a big one for the night, my friends. $2,000. If you can give in the next 15 minutes before we end our production for tonight, that $2,000, it will be matched. What a blessing you guys are being for Global Hope and for these wonderful children. I cannot wait to see where we end up the night. Let's now go to a video from Global Hope's chairman of the board of directors, Marcia Weber, to tell us more about this fantastic mission.
Hi, I'm Marcia Weber, and I'm so excited to be a part of this Home for the Holidays event and to be able to share a little bit about Global Hope. It was back in 2013 when I got involved as part of a child sponsorship drive, and I selected a little boy. His name was Ram, and he was from India, and I became a Global Hope godparent. And I feel so blessed about that decision all those years ago, as I'm still a godparent today. And I know many of you are as well, and maybe it was from that same sponsorship drive, or maybe it's been more recent. But we have several godparents in our congregation, and I just want to thank you all for the love and support you provide for these children and your participation in this program. I've also been able to travel on mission trips with Global Hope to India and Kenya. These have been amazing experiences, and I've been very blessed to be able to participate. And I would encourage you to consider a short-term mission trip sometime in your future. More recently, I've been serving as a member of the board of directors for Global Hope. And in July, I became chair of the board, and I'm so honored to take on this role and to continue to work with the team as we look to the future for Global Hope. We're focused on growth and sustainability, and we're continually working with our partners to see where we can improve upon our programs and where we can expand our outreach and care for additional children and bringing them under our godparent umbrella. We've also created an endowment fund where we can look at financial support long-term for our organization. And we look with hope as we move into the new year. In 2021, Global Hope will celebrate 25 years of ministry. This is an amazing milestone for us, and we celebrate all that has been done in the lives of many children through Global Hope. And we're so blessed by the many donors and sponsors that have supported us through this time. And we're excited about the next 25 years. We want to build on this strong foundation and continue this ministry. And as Randy mentioned earlier, we have an immediate need. We have children at our Horik location in Kenya who are in need of sponsors. And we would encourage you to consider this involvement and to touch the lives of a child in this way. We also have an opportunity, our Global Hope Giving Tree. And if you recall, we always had a tree in the narthex with these gift tags on them. And of course, we can't have that this year. So we put these online, and so it's on our website. And so you can also go there and check out the different ways in which you can support children through Global Hope. And we just hope that you'll want to get involved in this ministry. It's been such a blessing, and so many children's lives have been impacted. And we just want to thank you for this opportunity. And on behalf of the Board of Directors for Global Hope, I just want to wish you a happy and healthy holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.
There are so many ways to give, and we are so thankful and blessed in the ways you all are giving tonight. Keep those gifts coming, and we'll check in with Sarah and Noelle to see if we've reached our goal yet.
So April, I'm curious. I saw that some people had commented about what their favorite foods are. What are people saying their favorite foods are?
Absolutely. We've heard from Matt Weber. He says his favorite food is cookies and milk. And then Ryan Wood said, he's just buttering up to his wife, but he says his favorite Christmas food is Trisha's Christmas Eve lasagna. And then Margot Wilder said she loves at Christmas time homemade caramels. Oh, you guys, you're just making me so hungry. You got to stop.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good. So our night is coming close to an end, but there is still time to give. So please make sure that you don't miss out on this opportunity to give to this amazing mission.
All right, as you keep giving, let's hear about some fun memories and Christmas traditions from our Director of Finance and Administration, Sarah Blankman and her family, and they're here to share us their favorite traditions, and also then we'll hear from our Senior Pastor, Barb Scholas.
Hi, good evening. We're so happy to be together with you here tonight. We're going to have our girls share stories about their favorite Christmas memories and traditions. Let's start here with Phoebe.
Hi, my name is Phoebe. My favorite Christmas memory was when I woke up the next morning after Christmas Eve night and I found a bunch of gymnastics equipment in my basement and it was really fun to see. So it was really cool.
Hi, my name is Sophie. My favorite Christmas Eve Christmas tradition is when my grandma used to carry on this tradition of making a cherry cake, and it was really fun to watch her make it every year, help her out with it, and celebrate together as a family, so that was fun.
Merry Christmas from the Blankman family.
Well, good evening and welcome to our home for the holidays, Robert and myself, and we're so glad to welcome you in on this night when we are lifting up our Christmas offering, Global Hope, and hoping that you will participate in that so that we can make a difference in the lives of children around the world. We want to share just a couple of little memories from our lives, and can I ask you to start, Robert, because I really like your story a lot.
Okay, I will say this when I begin. I've done a few of these videos in the past with Barb here at Parker, and I've always been disappointed when I then watch them myself because it always seems like I'm so serious. So I told Barb, I do not want to be serious. I don't want to look too serious in this video. I just want to wish everyone in the Parker family a Merry Christmas, a joyous New Year, and my prayer for everyone is that each of you and all those that whom you love will experience the peace and joy and presence of Christ in your life this Christmas.
Amen.
Now, my memory goes back many years. I was a young single man in the Navy, and I was stationed away from home, living in a barracks. I had a little artificial tree about so high next to my bed, and I had one gift. There were no friends around, no family. I had one gift. It was from my mom. It was sort of looked like it was in the shape of a box where that would have a pair of socks in it, and I was wrapped up. So I savored that whole Christmas season that I had a gift. That's the only gift I had, and I was glad to have it. And sure enough, when I waited till Christmas morning to open it up, and it was a pair of socks. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, I treasured getting that gift. It was the only one I had. And it says to me, and I think it says to all of us, Christmas is really not about the giving of gifts or the only thing. There's more about Christmas, more important than giving the gifts. And so I take that lesson and I carry it with me every year. Of all the Christmases that I had, that was my favorite.
Thank you, honey. And for me, I just want to talk about two journeys. One, when I was a child, I used to take the characters out of the manger scene at my grandmother's house, and they would travel all around the living room, on the top of the sofa, down by the fireplace. They would travel throughout the living room to get to the manger where Mary and Joseph were. And it was one of my best memories of being in my grandmother's house as a child and playing with the characters as they would go journey to the manger scene. My other is when I was first appointed as a minister, my first appointment, I should say, and I always had the late service on Christmas Eve, and Robert and my daughter Sarah would come to that service, and
11 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, 11 o'clock service. And afterward, by the time we got home, it was 12:45 or so. And we would park the car, and our neighborhood had a tradition of everybody putting out luminaries. And so in front of all the homes, all the way down the winding street were luminaries. And at 12:45 at night, we would walk down to the end of the street and back, and
it's a wonderful experience.
It was, the lights twinkling, and you just really could feel that peace and goodwill toward all. And so that's a great memory too. And we wish you peace and goodwill.
We wish you a
toward all.
blessed Christmas, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
You know, Kurt, I have really enjoyed hearing from all of our staff here at Parker United Methodist Church, and even from you guys at home, sitting in all your favorite stuff. It's just been really great to hear from everybody.
You know, and it's also been great to hear more about Global Hope and how they are making a huge impact on children around the world. Let's see what Cody's got for us. I think if we had $1 for every step that Cody took tonight, we would have succeeded in reaching our goal and maybe a little bit more. She's been running back and forth. Cody, tell us how we're doing.
Yeah, we're at 9,985 steps for me. Actually, we're at $9,985. So we were able to do our matching gift. Thank you so much for all of your generosity. What an amazing time we have had tonight. Amazing opportunities to give, and we're so thankful for the ways in which you have been generous. Remember, the giving does not stop after this event. We will be here in the church office to take your phone call, to give online, to pledge. Share with your family and friends this link, and let them know about this wonderful organization. And can we get over $10,000? Can I get a pledge here in the next minute? Call the church office, text that phone number, use that QR code. Let's get at least over half of this goal for tonight so that we don't have that much to raise before Christmas Eve. Thank you so much for the ways in which you continue to give to this wonderful mission.
Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your generosity.
You know, our night is coming to an end quickly, but there is still time, folks. Like Cody said, we are so close to that halfway mark. And if you guys could find a way to get us over that little mark tonight, that would be just wonderful. Great evening, great way to support Global Hope.
That's right. We hope that you will continue to give throughout the Christmas season. Remember, if you were to come to our normal church service and you were sitting in the pews and we were passing the plate, or you were giving during that time, all that money would have been going to Global Hope. So go ahead and give what you would have given that night, because that's what we're giving to them at this time. We also want to invite you to a new event that we're going to have here at Parker United Methodist Church, and it's called Journey to Christmas, and it's actually a week from today on December 20th at 4 o'clock to 5:30. It's kind of a come and go event, but it's a time for you and your family, just you and your family. Everybody's going to wear masks. It's going to be socially distant, and you and your family will travel socially distanced around the different stations of the journey to Christmas. You're going to follow Mary and Joseph and their journey to the birth of Jesus and what happened that evening and all the glorious and wonderful things that happened. There's some fun events and some other activities for kids, and we're also having a food drive that night. So if you want to just come and bring food and just enjoy that event with your family, that'll be happening next Sunday out in the parking lot, outside, socially distanced with masks from 4 to 5:30. So we hope to see you then.
Yes, we've been working really hard, folks, to keep you connected and to keep us connected with you during this time. And we just appreciate all of your support in that as well. And so helping to support us in ways of coming to those events is a great way to still experience some of the magic of Christmas and the love of Jesus during this time of year. And speaking of Christmas, let's find out about our worship services for Christmas Eve.
Yes, Christmas Eve is going to look different. We have been reimagining Christmas here in Parker and trying to figure out the ways in which we can connect with one another beyond. So Christmas Eve, we usually fill this beautiful sanctuary up with people, 5 services singing Silent Night together and raising our candles. And we know that it cannot be that way this year. So instead, we are offering 5 opportunities for worship, 2 that are online and 3 that are in our parking lot. The 2 that are online will be a children and families service that will have a lot of fun music, children's time, and a sermon by me as we gather together and we think about the ways in which we are filled with joy for Christmas. And we'll also have a lessons and carols that will have more traditional music. We'll have a sermon by Reverend Barb Scholas, and we'll also invite you into that Christmas spirit. In our parking lot, we will have those 3 parking lot services. They will be shorter, and we're going to invite you to come and sit in your car, or you can stand right out in front of your car at 5, 6, or 7 o'clock. All of those services, we will be singing Silent Night together. So whether you are at home in your living room or whether you are in our parking lot, we invite you to think and reimagine ways in which we can share this holiday together. And if you're at home, I have a wonderful idea. What if you grabbed a few candles, wrote a note to your neighbors to have them meet you outside at, say, 8 o'clock, and you all light those candles together on your front porch and you sing Silent Night together? Let's reimagine this Christmas season and invite people into new opportunities where we can give generously of our time, of our love to one another, and also our gifts.
Well, we certainly hope that you will join us on Christmas Eve, whether it be in the parking lot or online or both, that we hope that you will join us. We pray that this Christmas, reimagined, whatever that looks like for you and your family, will truly be a blessing for all of you.
On behalf of myself and all of the folks that are here tonight, I just want to thank you all for inviting us into your homes and letting us be a part of your evening tonight. Thank you so much, folks.
Yeah, I would like to say a quick shout out to all the people back there who's been working all night. We've got Jason Anderson, Bruce Pearson, and Kurt Bokenkamp, and my son, Casey. But they've been working so hard just to make this really work live. And we've got Sarah and Noel and Cody and Jason. And so it's just been a really great evening together. So, we reached $10,000. Woo! Yeah. So thank you so much for your generosity, and we just pray that you all have a very blessed Christmas and continue to give, whatever that looks like for you.
God bless you all. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.